Warmoth says in their warranty descriptions here that you have to check that everything is as you ordered it, because when you start to modify it and assemble it, it's too late to claim any warranty if it is not as you ordered it. And they say you have to check the scale length that actually is right. So measuring to the 12th threads, it is about 32.5 centimeters, and that will make means that the south has to be around here, and that looks pretty much right. And also I checked everything else that it actually is as I ordered it. And also I'm just gonna use this straight edge on the neck to see if I got it straight. And there's still just a bit of bow in it. So I might just have to tighten the truss rod just a little bit more. Now this is not the correct tool for this, but I do not have an Allen wrench that actually fits, because all my Allen wrenches are for millimeter measurements, and this is for inches. So pretty much removed the last of the bow. And that was the thing. So anyway, that's the way Warmoth describes it, that when you get the neck, they construct the neck so that it has just a bit of bow this way, and then when you get it, you tighten the truss rod till it's perfectly straight. You put the neck on the guitar, and then you can use the side adjust mechanism to fine adjust when you got the guitar string to pitch. So that's it. I still think I will go ahead and install the tuners. Alright now. It's a very perfect fit for the holes. the first thing is to kind of like get the guitar ready to string up, because only when I get the strings on I can be sure to line up the pickups and pick guards and so on, so they fit in the right places, and only then I can drill the holes for the pick and so on. So the first job will be to get the guitar ready for strings. So that's why I'm just starting with the neck and mounting the tuners. Like so. I'm not too worried right now about lining them up. It comes when I have fitted the screws from the front here. I'm just gonna ever so loosely tighten these, so I can still maneuver the tuners a bit around to line them up. So now I'm just gonna take a straight edge and put it beside them here. And then that's it. And I'm just gonna find a fine pen and mark where I need to drill holes for the screws. And then it's a matter of taking them off again. Just like so. Okay, I found a drill bit and just by eye size it up with the screws and think this is the right size, but to be absolutely sure I'm going to drill a hole in this scrap wood. And give a screwdriver and just simply trying to see how the screw will fit into this hole. That is actually very nice. Yes, that's perfect. So, put this aside. And then I'm just using an old dart to kind of like make an indentation where I need to drill. Here you got a piece of electrical tape, and I'll use that to just measure out the depth I need to drill, so I don't drill too far. And taking that also, the tuner takes a bit of the depth of the screw. Something like that. don't have to be very deep. So, and then at least I'm not risking drilling in or through the headstock. It only goes about halfway. I just might need something to put under here to make it a bit more stable. This will do, yes. And so, matter of just slowly drilling the holes. The good way about using the tape this way is that when you get down to the right depth, this flag thing will actually clear the wood chips from the drilling, and then you know you gone to the right depth. Okay, I've drilled the holes for the tuners and put them back in and just line them up again with the straight edge, and then it's just a matter of putting in the screws. And I tighten the screws, but not over tighten, because I don't want to strip out the wood. I was thinking about if it was necessary to use something to lubricate the screws to make them go in easier, but these holes fit that perfectly that it is not necessary. They go in very easy. Just the right amount of resistance. Just going to check in with the straight edge. Just a little bit out. I guess that is as good as it gets. And then on the other side, I just tighten down these. And again, not overly tighten, but so they're nice and firm. So that is it for the tuners. Okay, now for the locking nut. And I've got this neck drilled to mount the locking nut from beneath. You can also use screws and screw in from the top, but I feel this is a more secure way of doing it, because it's the screws for mounting it the other way are these tiny ones here, and if you strip out the wood, then your locking nut will not be secure, but the other way around, you cannot strip out the wood because it's kind of like it's clamping the wood instead. As I have mentioned now a couple of times, this locking nut is not the right size for the neck I ordered, but it's close enough that I can start on the setup. You probably can't see it in this video, but there's just a little bit of space here that the right nut needs to be just a little bit wider. But this is good enough to get started. I need some kind of tool. See what the play is, and there's really nothing, so it will, it's perfectly centered here, yes. Like so. I'm not gonna mount the locks right now because I'll just have to take them off and put them on a million times before I'm finished. Also the string retainer I will save until I get the right nut for it. So that is pretty much what I need to do on the neck right now. In regards to the threads, I don't think, or I know I will not be doing a thread leveling job on it right now. One thing I think, just to get the guitar set up and kind of like fall into its place, and then see if there should be some problems, or I would like to get fine-tune the action, and then decide if I need a thread level. Just by looking down the neck, it seems pretty straight, and don't visually anyway, there's not something that sticks out and seems off. So I'm expecting that it will not be necessary to do a thread level right now, but we'll see when the guitar is assembled and I get to play it, if I can get an action that I'm satisfied with, or I need to do a fret level at that time to make it perfect. But it looks pretty perfect right now, so I decided to go with the sticker decal for the headstock. When the light is hitting it the right way, you can see it is a sticker. But when it's not, you can't actually see it's a sticker. And also, because it's a sticker, if I decide that I don't like it anyway, I can just peel it off again. So, but for now I'm going with the Warmoth logo.